Dear friends, we are in the crisis period. Corona pandemic is not as easily going away. We are faced with this problem. As a result, one of the most vulnerable sections of the society that is affected by the coronavirus is our school children. See, the college children or the higher education children, they can study because they are self-responsible. Our school children, they need guidance, mentoring, classroom experience, etc., which is, I think, they are very, very badly missing. Therefore, I consider them as most affected group due to the pandemic. And whenever we look at this crisis these days, we see there are, due to the prolonged crisis, lockdown and close down of our schools, etc., we have parents also are in problem, students also are really in difficulty, and our teachers are also faced with many problems. So we will see one by one the areas that are affected by the children, their parents and the teachers. First of all, let us take the point of view of our children. Children are very much stressed these days. You know, children, by nature, the developmental psychology will tell us, by nature the children need companionship, they need group work, they need classroom atmosphere, they need games and so on, with their own age group, their own chronological age group. So I think that is where this coronavirus has really struck, and our children are missing that opportunity. As a result, our children have certain difficulties. That is, for example, what their point of view I am saying, and it is very clear that they feel loneliness, not getting opportunity to meet their friends. As I said, in the developmental psychology, in the developing age of the children, they need their peer group, they need group games, they need sharing and learning from each other, cooperative learning, etc. That is why now they have been 1 month, 2 months, and also 3 months, and again there is no end to it. I think some more months it will go like this. That means they feel a kind of deprived of their companionship, their group activities, their friendship, etc. No sports activities for them. That is the biggest. Study is okay, they can bear, but if there is no sports activities, that is really deeply affecting them. And for them, there is no holidays. You know, there is the 6 days they go to the school, the 7th day was a holiday, they were looking forward to holidays, etc. Now every day is same. Every day is, you can say, either a study day or a holiday. Homeschooling is going on, online classes are going on, but for them there is nothing new to look up to refresh themselves. I think that is affecting our children quite a lot. And for them, they also feel that they have nobody to share their problems with. Most of these children in the school, you know, in the teenage, etc., they share their experiences, their difficulties, their tensions, their stress, etc., with their own friends, and they get a lot of relief, consolation. And they can go to the counselor, they can go to the teachers, and they share. And also, when you mingle with each other, when you are so active in the classroom, many of the problems can be simply ignored, or they will not be even knowing all those things. But right now they feel that no one is there to share. They may have mobile and so on, but then how long through mobile and so on? How well they can articulate, etc. And they are also, parents also are worried. I think the students are at home to look after the security, their care, etc., etc. So one of the things children find it difficulties is this loneliness and so on at home. They also find it difficult, for example, the online classes. They are not accustomed to online classes. Because that was not our way of teaching. No, we were teaching classroom, chalk the talk teaching. But right now there is a complete shift. They are at home. There is no other way. So the teachers are trying their level best to give them online classes, and the children may be finding it very difficult. Some of them may have gadgets, some of them may not have. Some of them may have online connections, some of them may not have. So they are worried about the classes, etc. So the tension can be built up. Also, another problem is, suppose they are at home only, study time, there will be disturbances because in the house there are all other members, because even parents also are at home these days. So they're all talking, and maybe somebody else is calling, there may be a phone call comes, or the TV is switched on and so on. So there will be distractions and disturbance for the children. I think due to all these, children will be bit disturbed, bit restless, and they might be feeling bored these days in the prolonged lockdown. Now come back to let us see about the teachers. Teachers are compelled to take online classes, and I am experiencing that. Many of our teachers are enthusiastic in teaching, but they may not have the know-how of teaching, because many of them are not used to have online classes, and therefore now they are more exposed to the parents also. Hence they may many of them are finding it very, very difficult, and it's a tedious process because they have to prepare, they have to again rehearse, and all kinds of difficulties coming up for the teachers teaching. And therefore what they need is, teachers are saying, they need monitoring, they need more guidance, they need training, for example, on how to teach effectively online classes, and to how to prepare videos, how to upload, and so majority of the teachers may not be so good at all these things, even though they are trying. And also they may not be good at putting up diagrams and PowerPoints and graph, etc., and how to upload it on the online classes, etc. I think these kinds of difficulties can be there for the teachers, and they find it difficult, and then may not have the sophisticated laptops, for example, to upload things with all these modern ways of graphic, etc. May not have even smartphones also up to date, etc. So many of our teachers may be finding it difficult. Due to that stress, they are also under difficulty, and teachers may be lacking resources. They have technical guidance, technical skills may be lacking in them, and they might be finding it a lot of anxiety these days, how to teach the children, especially what we call the slow learners, etc. That is a wrong concept in real educational language. But then even teachers may be worried about to reaching out to everybody and making everybody understand the concept of the subject which they are teaching through online. So these are about teachers. Now come to the parents. Parents may be so much worried about the safety and security of their children, because they have to take care of them from the coronavirus. At the same time, they have to also make sure that the continuity of the education going on. That is where they are in stress. So they are trying their level best to give everything best for the children, providing an atmosphere at home, etc. And online class also, many of the parents have to sit with the children. In fact, more than the children, some parents may be doing the work for the children, because they have to sit with them, they have to teach them, they have to guide them, because children may not be that capable of understanding, etc. So the parents have to sit there, and then they are also worried about the children, because children continuously watching the TV or the smaller screen, like a small mobile set or something, continuously for a prolonged period of looking at that one will damage their eyes. And suppose any other sickness also, children gets a normal sickness like fever or something, they are also worried, because they can't take to the hospital as freely as earlier. Now coronavirus is taken over all other care, etc., and doctors also are completely engaged in coronavirus cases. So parents may be worried about all those things. With regards to the online class, again parents will be worried because TV, sometimes current may not be there, some power cuts may be there, and they may be unable to give them guidance for their children. Also, even if there is online classes, the parents may not be good at computer, parents may not be computer at online pedagogy. So that is another area where the parents find it difficult. And they are also finding it economically. Many of the parents are in the normal or lower middle class families, etc. They are finding it difficult to pay fees, pay what you call uploading, not recharging, it's not uploading, recharging the money for the TV, sorry, the online, etc., the mobile, etc. They may be finding it difficult. So that is another difficulty parents are faced with regards to economical stress they have. These days, even the two children at home or one child at home, is engaging the child into study activities is a Herculean task for many of the parents. I hope the parents will realize how a school functions. 4,000 students, 3,000 students, 2,000 students in a school, and teachers have taken care of them so well. That time we don't realize. Now they must be realizing the two children, they can't engage. They find it difficult because children's nature is like that. They are active. So that is engaging the children all day may be, at least for some parents, may be a Herculean task at this juncture. Due to which many times parents have to accept the unnecessary demands of the children unwillingly, because they don't want to make their children also so depressed or stressed. Many parents understand that their children also are in depression. So therefore children ask something, they have to give something. So these difficulty will be faced by parents. And another area of the parents are worried about when it will begin the school, and the whole neighborhood, whole city, it becomes what you call orange zone or red zone or containment area, etc. Parents are really worried about their children. So we see both parents, teachers and children, all of them are getting a little bit of stress and difficulties in this period. And what is way out? Way out is that we have to accept, all of us must accept, the parents must accept, calamity is what you call uncertain time. We have to face this calamity courageously. We have to face this calamity with conviction, with courage, with hope. That hope has to come in. This nobody knows how long it will continue, or where did it come from, this match, or how it is going to take place tomorrow, etc. We don't know. So we have to face it, that stride. And economic difficulty will be there. Healthcare is a very big concern these days. So therefore keeping up the nutritious food, keeping out the health care at home is the responsibility of the parents. We need to look at that way positively, and unnecessary spending and so on we must avoid as far as possible. And parents can make the house atmosphere, home atmosphere, much more creatively, engaging the children with positive activities, give them a lot of creative thinking, creative ideas, so that the children will engage in creative activities. They can also help out the parents in their household works or gardening, etc. Let them go for creative writing. Let them be encouraged to have dance, arts, singing, etc. So all these things we need to work out at home. And also we need to have another area of make a kind of house atmosphere is much more friendly, give them companionship and so on. So that's another area we can work out these days. And teachers must also try to be creative as far as possible. In the online class also, be creative, be value based teaching must be given even in even online classes, because values are very, very important at this juncture. We also look at the children with much more concern, care. Their health is more important, their security is more important, and treat them with respect and love, and make them also realistically understand what is going on around us. I think these are the only way we can face this crisis in this hour. We have a few more days or few more months, maybe these kinds of difficulties have to be faced. I am sure that with hope for the future, we will overcome this. For that one, teachers, students, the school management, the parents, government agencies, healthcare workers, the law enforcement agencies, all of them are trying their level best, and I am sure we will overcome this calamity, this pandemic, this difficulty sooner than later. Thank you very much, and God bless all of you.